Did you hear about the woman who was working a shift at a department store? When a man comes in, walks right up to her counter, and start asking her questions about the items. He ends up purchasing some perfume and a scarf, and then he leaves. The next week he comes back again and he's asking her more questions. He buys more perfume and this time he buys some lipstick and then he leaves. The following week, which is the third week, he comes back again. He's chatting with her. She's smiling. She remembers him by this time. And then he buys her purse and some perfume. And then he leaves. And as soon as he leaves, the manager walks up to her and she says, "Be careful. That man comes in and buys from you. And when you're not here, he comes back and returns those items. So watch out for him." And the woman was like, "Oh my gosh, okay." And she remembers the man looking at her and smiling. He seemed normal to her. So that day she gets off work, she hops in her car, she stops by the gas station, and then she gets out of her car, puts the money in the pump, to pay, and then she turns around. That same man is walking towards her. And she looks at him a little bit nervous and he says, "Do you mind if I pump your gas for you?" And she's like, "Okay, sure, go ahead." So he pumps her gas and she's just standing there patiently waiting. He's not saying anything. She's not saying anything. When he's done, he said, "You all right?" And she says, "Yes." And he says, "Okay." And he starts to walk off while she's about to get back in her car. But before she could get inside, he says, "Wait, I want to ask you something." And she says, "What is it?" And he says, "Would I be able to get your phone number?" And she looks at him and she's like, "Well, don't you want my name first?" And he laughs and said, "Yes, what's your name?" And she says, "Ashley." And he says, "I'm Justin." And he gets her phone number. So she's sitting at home and she's like, I don't know what this is about, but he calls her and they start talking and the conversation goes well. So he asks her out on a date. She ends up going out with this man, and when she got home, she says that it was one of the best dates she's ever been on. That date led to two, the second date led to the third, and now it's been 26 years and two kids later, and she says she's so happy she gave that strange man a chance.